I choose men over my children. Someone I was with since 2015.
Jenelle Evans and David Eason have been having major money problems lately, but they've also been spending like crazy, which has only made their financial issues worse. Now the couple is reportedly in a terrible financial crisis, and it doesn't look like there's any easy way out. The truth about what their bizarre spending habits are like and how much debt they're in is absolutely shocking, so let's get into it. In January, sources told the U.S. Sun that Jenelle and David were racking up a ton of legal bills. They have reportedly hired 3 lawyers to help fight the CPS case against them, as well as David's criminal charges for allegedly harming Jace last fall. An insider claimed that only one of the attorneys was hired to defend Jenelle in the CPS case. Another lawyer was hired to help David in the CPS case, while the third was for his criminal case. But even though the CPS investigation into their household has been closed, that doesn't mean their legal bills have stopped. According to TMZ, David's criminal charges were suddenly upgraded in January. The charge he had been facing for harming a minor child was only a misdemeanor. But now he's facing another felony charge for how he allegedly caused physical harm to Jace. What that means for David and Jenelle's bank account is seriously crazy. Now that David's charges have been upgraded, there's a strong chance that he and Jenelle have hired another attorney. TMZ also reported that there's a possibility that Jenelle might end up catching charges in the case too, depending on how it goes. But because she just got done dealing with CPS, she's most likely very desperate to keep her name clear. It wouldn't be surprising if Jenelle decided to hire another lawyer for David's case in an attempt to avoid either of them being charged with felonies. But their financial issues aren't just the result of their legal fees. There's another reason for their money troubles, and it's honestly unbelievable. According to the U.S. Sun, Jenelle and David owe an insane amount of money in unpaid taxes. In 2020, a state tax lien was filed against them for a whopping $46,000. But even though the couple hasn't paid the debt off, they've still been living way beyond their means. A source told the outlet that David and Jenelle are supposedly awful with their money and their spending habits are out of control. They allegedly order food constantly, and paying for 4 or 5 people to always eat takeout obviously isn't cheap. The insider also claimed that Jenelle and David regularly go on expensive trips. In the last year, they've gone on a startling amount of vacations. Last spring, they spent a few days at a luxury resort in Key West, Florida that even had a private pool. But that's not all. Last June, Jenelle and David surprisingly took their whole family to Puerto Rico. And in August, right after Jace's first attempt to run away from their home, they took a child-free trip to California. But there's still another reason why the couple is struggling financially, and it's truly bizarre. The source mentioned that David and Jenelle shell out a ton of money on costly toys and other items, like their 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, and the boat they bought last year. Not only are those items always breaking and in need of pricey repairs, but they're completely unnecessary and seriously expensive. Last April, Jenelle posted on her TikTok that she and David had just purchased a 38-foot houseboat from 1988.
This is 1 bedroom.
She was especially excited that the boat had more than 1 bathroom.
The 2nd bathroom, so the kids don't bother me.
Even though she and David almost always order takeout, they had to show off the boat's kitchen.
Full-size kitchen with a full-size fridge.
Despite the fact that the boat wasn't new or in the greatest condition, it still cost Jenelle and David a lot of money. According to The Hollywood Gossip, the purchase set the couple back $57,000. But what makes their terrible spending habits even worse is their employment situation, which is absolutely unreal. Jenelle and David haven't had regular jobs in years, and they both relied heavily on their Teen Mom 2 paychecks. But in February 2018, MTV released a statement to Us Weekly explaining that they had cut ties with David due to his homophobic social media post. And in May 2019, Jenelle was given the boot by MTV2 after she defended David's decision to end the life of their family dog. People magazine reported that in the network statement, they revealed that they wouldn't be airing any footage of Jenelle on the upcoming season of Teen Mom 2. But in the 6 years since David was fired by MTV, he still hasn't gotten a job. And up until 2022, Jenelle wasn't working anywhere either. What she decided to do to bring in some cash was honestly insane. In May 2022, Jenelle started selling adult content online. According to what sources told Starcasm a few months later, she was reportedly making around $40,000 a month in the beginning. But it's safe to say that she's no longer making that that much, and the reasons why are unbelievable. It's pretty well known that many subscriber-based websites usually don't make a consistent amount of money for very long. In the beginning, Jenelle probably had more subscribers because people were curious about her content. But now that a lot of people have already seen more than enough from the couple, Jenelle's subscriber count has most likely dwindled. Not to mention, she goes for long periods of time without posting, so it doesn't make much sense for people to stay subscribed. Aside from her adult content, Jenelle's only other source of income is whatever she makes from her social media. Although she posts a decent amount on TikTok and has 3 million followers on the platform, she still can't be making enough money to provide for her entire family. If Jenelle's social media money really was able to provide for her family, she wouldn't be so devastated every time one of her partnerships falls through. In 2021, she was allegedly planning to launch an activewear line with the brand So You. But that November, everything came crashing down. Jenelle posted a video on her Instagram that revealed So You had canceled their collaboration with her. Apparently, enough people had complained to the company about her problematic past that they ended up backing out of the deal altogether. Just last summer, Jenelle and David were teasing another business venture. They were supposedly going to launch a line of coffee with Time of the Day in September, but that never actually happened because of the CPS drama they were involved in and the criminal charges that were ultimately filed against David. At this point, the only other money that Jenelle has coming in each month is the child support she receives. According to The Hollywood Gossip, she gets around $365 a month for Jace from his father, Andrew Lewis, and $327 a month for Kaiser from his dad, Nathan Griffith. But even though the couple's bills are piling up and they're still spending more money than they're bringing in, Jenelle can't expect any help from David. She's been defending his unemployment for years by saying that he helps out a lot with the kids. However, when she made a cameo in a September 2022 episode of Teen Mom, The Next Chapter, she made a bizarre revelation.
Everyone knows he doesn't have a job.
Apparently, she was getting really fed up with the situation.
I'm sitting here providing for everyone for years.
Especially because David supposedly hadn't been helping out with childcare at all. Jenelle made it sound like he had even been refusing to watch Inslee on his own.
She's not in daycare, so she stays with me all the time. And I've been telling David, I'm like, I need a break.
Clearly, there was trouble in paradise for Jenelle and David. And it doesn't look like much has changed, considering Jenelle recently unfollowed David on social media. It's the same thing she's done in the past whenever there's been some type of drama between them. But based on the couple's toxic history, they're going to end up reconciling and celebrating by going on another extravagant trip that they can't actually afford. It'll be interesting to see what the outcome of David's criminal case will be. Hopefully, he faces real consequences for the physical harm he allegedly caused Jace. But no matter what happens, the odds of him or Jenelle getting actual jobs are slim to none. Anyway, now that we've gotten into the couple's financial troubles, I want to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on Jenelle and David continuing to spend money like crazy, despite owing close to $50,000 in unpaid taxes? Do you think either of them will ever end up getting a regular job? Let me know in the comments below.